Hi everybody, we're going to do our second drawing today. We're going to start on the same paper that we had yesterday. So we have our line practice and our simple daisy that we did at the top of the page. And now we're going to use another section of the page to do a more realistic daisy today. I want you to draw this a little bit larger on your page because we're going to add some color, practice some color blending tomorrow. So go ahead and pull up, if you haven't already, your realistic flower photo that's in today's assignment. You're going to be using that photo as a reference picture as you draw today. So you want to look at the reference photo and then draw what you see. So how I like to start is just kind of make a mark at the top and maybe at the bottom, the sides, and I've made myself a little area that I want to draw in. So I know that I want to keep my flower in this space. And then I'm just going to very, very lightly rough in the circle or oval shape that is the top of the flower, and then the stem that comes down is kind of a curve. Now it's not going to look exactly like the flower on your photo, and that's okay. We're just going to get a little bit more of a likeness than we did last time. Oh, I also wanted to let you guys know, I zoomed in here, let me zoom back out. A good rule of thumb is to have your pencil sharpener and a paper towel sitting right next to you so you can sharpen your pencil as you work. Then you can throw it away when you're done instead of getting up and down to the trash can several times. So back into the drawing, we're just lightly sketching where these leaves are going to go. Very lightly. There's a circle in the middle of your flower. And then there are petals that come out. Now remember, yesterday we did our little dashes to help draw our petals and our circles. We wanted to keep our dashes or dots light on our paper so that we can kind of make those lines and then get them more and more perfected or corrected as we go on. Okay, so I'm just filling in some dots. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm looking at my flower photo, and then I am filling in these petals, making them look just a little bit more realistic than yesterday. Also, feel free to pause this video. I'm drawing a little bit quick, and maybe you need to take a little bit more time, and that's okay. But feel free to pause anytime. So I've got my petals kind of dotted in. Again, maybe they don't look exactly like the reference photo, but doing just kind of an impression while I'm looking at that other photo. Kind of had a middle section, and then it had a little bit of wiggly lines around to look like the middle of the flower. Okay. I have a quick sketch for my reference instead of the exact same reference photo that you guys have. So I am looking at a little bit of a different photo than you right now to draw from. So mine won't look exactly like your photo. Again, these are going to have a little bit of variances and differences between everyone's drawing, and that's okay. All right, so I've got my petals kind of roughed in with my dots, and then I want to come back and do, I think the petals kind of look like this in your photo. Again, we talked yesterday about confident lines. If you don't feel confident making your lines, that's when you need to start with your dots. And then you can go over and get your lines darker as you draw. And then you can come back and erase those sketchy lines or your dots. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're just practicing making something a little bit more realistic today. And then only a line drawing today for this. So you don't have to add any shading or anything, because tomorrow we're going to go back in and we're going to add some color. For our next project, we're going to have some color blending. So I just wanted you guys to practice with colored pencils. So again, if you don't have your colored pencils yet, you'll need to get those. Tomorrow we're going to be working with colored pencils, and then the project at the end of the week is going to have colored pencils in it as well. So I've kind of following my lines that I've done at the beginning of the drawing. Okay, kind of looking at this leaf. It's kind of irregular, right, and jagged, because the real leaves are not going to be perfect. Okay, so we're not really worrying about our lines too much. And again, mine's not going to look exactly like yours because I couldn't get my printer to work today. So I am drawing off of a quick sketch that I did. I looked at your photo and then did a quick sketch. So here's my flower. I'm just going to leave it at this today. I'm not going to do anything else fancy to it. If you want, you can come in and erase your sketchy lines. I think I might just leave the rest of mine. Tomorrow we're going to go in and do some color blending. If you'd like to do any more practice on realistic looking flowers or scenes from nature, trees or plants, you are welcome to look up more examples online and then draw from those. I recommend always using a reference photo when you're drawing something and you're trying to get a good likeness. You want what you're drawing to look like the real thing or more convincing. Then always pull up a photo to reference for your drawing. Happy drawing. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.